Hey y'all, hey. So this video today is about Tory Lanez and the Meg Stallion case. I will be popping in and out throughout the video to kind of, introduce you to the next segment.
And they never produced the prints, no fingerprints, not one. Tell me, how does bullets disappear in the LAPD's office? Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today that Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God, and you will know who I am.
Going on right now. If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. That's cool. It's not on me. It's not on me. At the start of this, I told you, I'm not gonna beg you to make this fucking money. Yes, nigga. You know what's crazy? I sat there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there and I wondered for a long time, yo, how am I gonna get back, bro? How am I gonna get back right? They took every single avenue away from me. They took the playlisting away from me. They took every single thing they could take away from me. And you know what I said, bro? I sat there. I said, you know what? This isn't on me. This isn't a me thing no more. This isn't a Tory versus the world. This isn't that. You know what I did? I immediately went to praying. I immediately went to straight praying. The first thing I got praying, I said, God, show me a way. Show me a way. Just show me how I can get through here. Show me a way. Show me something that's different. Show me when the world is standing against me. Show me a different way. And I prayed. I kept praying. And God told me he was going to bless me 1,000 times over. To the point one day I'm praying, my nigga. And one day I'm all praying and it gets to the standpoint where I'm like, yo, I'll just start, it's like God just starts speaking through me and he's telling me, and I'm praying with my man E, and I'm like, and God's speaking through me, he's just like, y'all about to step into something that you can't even fathom the blessings of. Like, you can't even fathom what this is about to be. You can't fathom what this is. And at the time I didn't understand it because, they was blocking me in every kind of way. And for a second, I said, I'm not gonna question it. I'm just have my faith and I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? And every time they try to stop me, I just kept praying. I just kept going. Y'all not understanding what's going on. Let me fully explain this to you. I told y'all, $1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid and your fans gonna get paid. And they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome.
Guided by a woman. So regardless, it's like, I don't feel like before y'all know the story, like, learn the story first, learn the factual parts of the story first, and then come at me and be like, yo, you need to fix this and fix that if that's what you feel like I did. But instead I'm being torn down for a narrative that's like, now I'm the poster boy for I don't like black women. But anyways, let's get into this. I want to get into this because it's very important for me to just say this. I'm not here to bash this woman. I'm not here to come down on this woman. I'm not here to disrespect her or throw her under the bus, but it comes to a certain standpoint where I just can't let my character be assassinated for things that are not even really true, like, and for falsified narratives and information. Let's start this off. When the original report came out, and it was a TMZ report about this, that, and the third, and there was gunshots in Kylie Jenner's house, and Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail, and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested, and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever this is. Like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, the TMZ report come out. TMZ reports and have the surveillance now. Now they see the video of the arrest. You see Megan, you see me, and you see it's all sprawled out on the ground in bathing suits and blah, blah, blah. And everything I'm saying is public record. You can go back and look at this shit. You can go back and see it. Like, you feel me? So they say, oh, okay, you see her out of the car. She's getting out of the car. She's hopping. It looks bad, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, I felt bad watching it because it made her look bad, and it didn't make her look good. It didn't make any of us look good. And I didn't want that for her. I don't see that for anybody. So all of a sudden, when we get arrested, or when it looks like we all got arrested, the memes start. Now I want to really bring you guys in for a second so you can understand something. And I really just want you to take this in. Like, she is a person I spent enough time with her to observe and understand something about her, where it's like, she's going through a lot. She goes through a lot. She deals with a lot on her day-to-day basis. And because of that, she's not used to, and not even just because of that, but just because of the fact that she's been praised so much. We've always looked at her as like, yo, that's hip hop sweetheart. Like she's nice, she's talented, whatever the case is, cool. And because of that, like we've never seen a moment where the memes have come at her, where the memes are like, yo, nigga, let's laugh at your pain. Ah, ha, 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 ha. She's never had to deal with that because she's always been praised. So everything that's been happening has been a reaction off of what's been going on. So it gets down to this point now where it's like, now the reports are starting to say, okay, well, everyone's pointing to different things. No one really knows what's happened, but nobody has ever said she got shot. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. Soon as she sees herself on video with the bikini and the things like that, and it looks bad, she then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet with the intention to harm me and put harm and danger upon me, right? So, okay, cool. Like all of a sudden the affiliates of her circle start pointing like little subliminal fingers, like count your days and like I won't be around and you shooting at feet and like little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? Because y'all told me not to make a statement, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all taking me to. I don't get it. So then at this point she goes live because people are not really understanding the story or whatever cases. She waits. She doesn't go on a time when it's just a regular time. If y'all who don't understand, it was one of those things where me and her knew what was going on, but y'all didn't know what was going on. She went live on my birthday, and then she says, "Yo, and the thing about the whole jury thing is like, she knew that it wasn't a situation where, she knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative. And I don't know who told her to do certain things like that. And I'm not the one who's trying to like ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, you went on live on your birthday, and then you said, on my birthday, and then you said, I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they do, they antagonize, and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on, how do you not get shot? How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? Like, whoever is watching this, like, if you need to go on Google and look at a foot anatomy of bones and skeletons and tendons, you realize there's like 30 bones in your feet and like 100 tendons, some crazy number like that, right? So she now gets to this place where the people are like, hold on, and again, the internet is sick. The internet starts coming at her and saying, yo, show your feet, because we're seeing you at DJ Khaled's house and you're on your tippy toes, and then we're seeing that you're here and there, and they're antagonizing her. They're brutally coming for her and not giving her, I guess, what it is that she needed. But it gets to this point where now she posts a picture of a foot, and she posts this picture of a foot. There's no exit wound. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the story, and she says under the post, you see, I got shot in the back of my foot because when I was walking away from the car, she says she puts this in capital letters. She says, I was walking away from the car and I got shot in the back of my foot. She doesn't ever show the other foot that she claims she got shot in. And I'm not trying to, again, I hate that this is coming off like I'm trying to come for her and whatever cases, but this is what I'm having to endure and watch when I'm knowing certain facts. So it gets to, it gets to this place where I'm just like, bro, like, this is not me, and I don't deserve this. Like, I don't deserve to have to go through this. Like, I never have been somebody who's had domestic cases. I've never hit no woman. I've never had abusive cases with no woman. You can't pull those type of facts up on me. I don't have those. So it's like, I just didn't understand why I'm going through this. So now it gets to this point where she posts this picture of her foot, and everyone's seeing certain things, and everyone's, saying certain things about her foot. And some people think it's real. Some people don't think it's real. And it gets to this place where some people are just not believing it. So she posted a picture. There's no bullet tray. Where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? Like, this is what's going on. Like, where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? I don't understand. Like, where's the surgical? You're not in a surgical room. And anybody who knows, I mean, this is like, it clearly had to be the first day that you've taken this picture. So if this is the first day that you've taken this picture, it's like, where's all the evidence? Why are you not in a surgical room? First of all, you're not even allowed to take pictures in a surgical procedure. That is against the law. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not. So it gets to this point now where it's like, she says, I was shot from behind. And, blah, blah, this, that, and the third, and I was walking away. And she puts that, and then she deletes the post after. But that contradicts with the first post, because you said somebody came out to hit you with malicious harm and danger, to put you in harm and all this danger and all this stuff. How can you identify who's shooting at you if you're facing the other way? How can you even identify criminal or malicious intent if you're not seeing what's going on behind you? It doesn't even make sense. And so it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, yo, this is not right. Like, and I do see when people are getting at her, and there's times when I'm like, damn, like, do I help her, or do I speak up and say, yo, don't talk about her, whatever the case is? But if I do that, then it's like I'm coming off like I'm guilty. And then if I say something about having remorse, like I would like to, or saying something about certain things, it's like I come off like I'm guilty of something that I didn't do. So I had to be quiet on certain places. Now, I need y'all to really take this in and understand like how this works at this point. When all this starts happening, LA Times, okay? This is put in public information. LA Times puts out an article, and in the article they say, this is the initial report. 2 sources close to the investigation said that she got cut by glass, and she said that she got cut by glass. So then it's like, people see that, okay, hold on, they're saying on the initial police report, with Officer Santiago, whatever his name is, you can go look this up, this is on LA Times. That's when it gets to this point where it says, okay, there's... They reported no gunfire wound in her foot. They just reported a woman with a foot injury. So you gotta understand, like, this is what's in their initial police report. Fuck all the Instagram, fuck the other shit. This is just what's in the police report. So you gotta understand, like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, at the end of the day, like, maybe some people might see this, maybe some people might not. It gets to academics, it gets to academics, it gets to Hollywood Unlocked, it gets to certain places, right? And she comes out with this tweet that says, keep talking and I'm gonna stop sparing you. It's like, my love, I have not been on the internet for 3 months. And then 30 minutes later, she just goes on live. And it's like me telling you, yo, keep talking, my nigga, and I'm gonna slap you. And then I just slap you. It's like, you didn't do anything for me to slap you, I just slapped you. So it's like, who was talking to? Who are you saying to keep talking to? I don't understand. Whatever. It gets past this point. And it gets to a place where now she says, I'm gonna stop sparing you, whatever the case, she gets on live. Now, because it got on academics that there was no gunfire wound on the initial report, everyone starts going to her page. Again, she starts reacting to certain things. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm not getting mad at her or whatever it is, because I understand that she is dealing with a lot. Like, when it comes down to, you gotta understand, she lost both of her parents, and I do sympathize with that. I lost my mother, and when I lost my mother, I realized one thing. When you lose a parent, you could be highly susceptible to people around you that are giving you parental guidance or things that feel like parental guidance, to believing that it is parental guidance, and you go with it. That's happened to me. I've been at that place where I've listened to a lot of people that led me down the wrong road because it felt like parental guidance that I should have been getting from my mother or my father that at that time wasn't around, or whatever the case is. So now it gets to this point now, whatever the case is, boom, she comes out and she goes, listen, you guys and, all this extra shit, this nigga keep talking about me. And I'm over here watching this like, yo, what did I say? I didn't say nothing. I said nothing to you, but it's nothing. This nigga keep talking about me, bro. And so you know what? Now we just gonna do it. This nigga Tory shot me, bro. This nigga shot me. He shot me. She gets into it. This nigga shot me. She starts breaking down the story. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how she breaks down the story. Okay? Really pay close attention. She breaks down the story and she says, yo, I'm arguing. I'm in the car. I'm arguing with this nigga. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. We get into a heated argument. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. I get out the car. This nigga get out the car, and he starts shooting me. For no reason, he starts shooting me. So boom, then the cops pull us over and da-da-da. Hold on, let's take the first facts back for what she just said. So you mean to tell me that you're in a car with a person, and this person is arguing with you? This person has gotten you to a place of like, yo, I don't even want to be around you. Like, I'm above this. I'm out of here. You get out of the car because the heated argument is so heated, and then this person gets out and shoots you in both of your feet, and you jump back in the car? Why would you jump back in the car with a dangerous man who just did a dangerous crime to you, who did this criminal intent to you, and all this? Why? Why would you jump back in the car? Well, yo, then the police pull us over, and I see, we're all black in the car. There's a gun in the car, so I don't even want to be like, I don't want nobody to get in more trouble, and I'm trying to protect this man. Because at the end of the day, it's niggas getting shot out here. She then throws the black card at me. I'm trying to protect this black man. My love, nobody ever reported that you got shot but you. So how are you trying to protect me? At what point were you trying to protect me? At what point? Like, I got a child. You know that these type of situations, even an accusation, is something that I can't even be playing with. I don't even play with my life like that. So why would that, that to me just doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. Yo, I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. Let me tell you why they saying there's glass in my feet, though. Because I lied to the cops. I lied to the doctors. I lied to this, that, and the third. Ladies and gentlemen, I need us to really understand what she's saying here. You mean to tell me that these medical doctors that are in an ambulance that work on-site injuries 24/7 for all day, that have to know every type of on-site injury, the specifications on the type of on-site injuries, so they can treat it right? You mean to tell me you lied to these people and they just treated you for glass when you had a bullet in you? If that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was, found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking, and didn't check you for bullet wounds? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say they were dumb. You then further said, yo, I'm at cotton mouth like a motherfucker smoking on it. You then say, oh, well, I was trying to protect this black man, so I never said nothing. I didn't want them to shoot me. I didn't want them to kill me. Okay, but when me and Kelsey and Quan were over there being questioned, you were in a stretcher. No one is going to shoot you in a stretcher. You had plenty of time to tell the cops that you were in danger. You had plenty of time. I'm not protecting somebody who just heinously shot me after a conversation that we just had. My mind is not on protecting you. I'm bleeding from my feet. I'm thinking about protecting my own life, and I'm in danger. Why would you not say that with 2 feet bleeding from 2 bullet holes, from what you're saying? I don't understand that.
Working on drop the peach emoji. Whoa! Hold on.
Official shot o'clock. Live right here on Quarantine Radio. This has just turned into Quarantine Radio in about 5 seconds. Quarantine. Should we add people to the live? At this point, I think maybe. You never know. This is a live shot. Shot o'clock. To the Stallion. Live in Quarantine Radio. It's been a while since we have said this voice. It's been a while. It has been a while. Megan the Stallion. Live. Taking shots of Reposado. The only place where you can go and not get touched.
Okay, since Tori is here, live on Quarantine Radio, that's
This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello?
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything?
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street TV.
I said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see. Cedar, something like that, Cedar.
Yo, bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but, bro, I just want you to know, bro. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so, whatever, bro. But, you know, regardless, that's not gonna make anything right, and that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, I never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But, I mean, this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling you, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
You're listening to Street TV.
I think I was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying? When I got to the house, I'll show you, like, all top niggas, they gave me, like, 5 shots, like, off the door. Like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, no, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
It's like, you know, but tell me what hospital she's in.
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you, Cedar Medical.
Alright, you ain't got Corn's number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Quan, I do have his number.
Can you call this nigga Corn and tell this nigga, bro? You get a chance, bro. Just figure out what you gotta do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, we're gonna try to, because obviously, like, the longer you're in there, the more hot it's gonna get, because, you know, it's already on, like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out, you know.
But like, out is what? What you mean out?
It's on some app. You know, Megan's team is on top of this. So,
yeah, but like, niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
No, what do you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
You're listening to Street TV.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her.
Yeah.
But
I'll let you know.
Alright, it is what it is. Regardless if I get out of here today or not, bro, I just want to let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that shit if I wasn't that drunk, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
At Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security.
Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston.
There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the backseat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
The arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse, and I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car, and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I was so
is he
scared.
in the car shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding. So I like drop down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Like, I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying
He's
after
apologizing. He's like, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
So somebody hears the gunshots. They call the police. The police come, and they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out the
car.
TMZ obtained video from that night.
And you could see the footage of me in the swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say to you, what happened here?
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you. And I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
So when you told the police you stepped on glass, did they believe you?
I don't know.
So how did you go from the glass, did you go to the hospital?
So they took me straight to the hospital. And the police questioned me. And I said it was just glass.
You still stuck with that
story? I stuck with it was glass. And right as the officers was like, okay, we done with this, we leaving, the doctor came in and he was like, you know, you got bullets in both of your feet. Like, you got fragments in this foot and it's like right on the back of your Achilles. And I'm like,
There is a medical report that says that there were that you had been shot, and the medical report also says that to this day you still have
bullet fragments
in your
my
foot.
feet.
And there are still many people, as we sit here today, Megan, that don't even believe you were shot.
There is a hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey Harris, the other woman in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
I really thought that we were all friends. And sometimes I feel like I put the blame on myself because when my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment, and I was letting so many people in, and I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me, and just I could hang out with everybody, and I was just going through it.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan? Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind. Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about.
We had to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. So what? Okay. Tori, don't get my phone wet.
We ain't talked in a long minute. Shit we used to do was authentic. Why we had to put our hearts in it. Love came, put some scars in it. Feelings changed, put some darts in it. Heart has changed and left me sharp-winded. Left the bike and left the bar spinning. Everybody play their parts in it. Justin dropped you straight into the crib. He be low-key hating on the kid. You and Munchie drunk inside of Ellie. Been anticipating front of telly. Walked in the penthouse ready. Walked in the penthouse wavy. Finna put his dick off in the belly. Ride me like a motherfucking lady. House called a Jordan Woods house. Knocked out and woke up on the couch. Woke back and drove to your crib. This time I know just what it is. Next time to pool with you and Kylie. Hopped in it, cool a nigga wildin'. She was looking like a fucking angel. Looking like a baby in a manger. Hop step went to the car.
Motherfucker, but bitch, you got me fucked up.
Me and Kylie still off in the pool. We just chillin', kicking, shit was cool. Both of us ain't know that you was trippin'. Even though I got a crush on Kylie, I would've left with you if I know you was dippin'. For the simple reason you invited me, but I can't act like shorty didn't excite me. I had took a wrong turn that night. But not a turn that everybody think. I wasn't the wrong one that night. You was just too drunk to even see it. Wasn't me when I see it go off. You have the time of your life, only when I'm not around.
What the defense wanted him to really do is spell out a couple of things. What was Megan's demeanor? What was Tory's demeanor? What was Kelsey's demeanor? What he did really help the jury to understand was that Megan was pretty intoxicated, as was Kelsey, and that her demeanor, she went from fun Meg to aggressive Meg. He also spoke to Tory arriving and that Tory was having a great time, that he had been drinking. And they asked him a few times if he'd ever seen Tory with a gun, ever heard Tory speak about having a firearm, if they saw him with a firearm that night, if Megan had ever said, or Kelsey say, that they had ever seen him with a firearm during the times that they hung out with him. They also asked him if he saw Megan or Kelsey with a gun that night, and he said flat out no. Prosecution also asked EJ if he saw a gun in the car when he loaded the bags into Tory's car, and he also said no.
It ended up bad. Just alcohol played a part. I was asked not to take them home.
The defense also got an opportunity to redirect, asking EJ to also establish where the belongings were in the car. This was pretty key. He testified that the luggage, based on the images that he saw, had been moved, that he placed the luggage in the trunk of the SUV, but based on the photos that were taken at the scene, once everyone had been arrested by the police, that the luggage seemed to have been moved. He did say
in trial included a shocking testimony from a neighbor who claims to have saw it all. The trial started with Tory greeted by paparazzi as he entered the courthouse and questioned about being in an elevator with juror 39. Things began to heat up when the defense called Sean Kelly to the stand, the neighbor who called 911 after witnessing Megan and Kelsey fighting. Kelly said he woke up that night because there was a lot of shouting. He opened his back balcony and asked everyone to leave before calling 911. He described witnessing two girls fighting. They were pulling hair, hitting each other. It was quite violent, he said. They then separated and Meg got in the car, but he could only see the tops of their heads. He then heard what he thought were fireworks, but soon realized were Where were the flashes coming from? Tori's lawyer asked. The girl, I believe it was the girl, Kelly said, indicating it was Kelsey who fired the first shot. He says that 2 men then got in the car, including Tori. He admitted that in previous interviews, he stated that the shorter man, aka Tori, was trying to take the Day 7 of the
that Tori was just so angered in that car that he took Kelsey's gun and shot her. Because there's a few people that, listen, some people know whose gun it was. Listen, that part, I can't share how. We know whose gun it was. So he took her gun and shot her. Why? Why was he so mad? Because that's the scary part. That's back to that whole man versus bear in the wood shit. Y'all think a man is just shooting a girl for no reason? Give me the reason. Because the only reason we got was I said that I had more number ones than him.
I shit on his career.
You telling me that the
male
black
ego's a motherfucker.
Dog, it ain't that much of a motherfucker. It ain't that much. Or what's more believable? 2 people that was running around as best friends, new in the music industry. One gets COVID, comes back, finds out her best friend is fucking the nigga that she is fucking on.
And they drunk and high.
Well, that's the other piece of it. And this nigga just was about to get some Kylie Jenner ass. We just left there. We made him leave. Hey, get out the pool. Come on, you come with us. That guy.
That is my ledge. Any of y'all out there that believe that Tory Lanez picked up a gun while he was with 2 girls that he popped them both, said dance bitch, and shot her in the foot, I stand by, you're an idiot. I never left that. I never left it. Now, I'm not saying that he don't deserve to be where he is because the charge don't have nothing to do with none of that.
Exactly.
Yes. But even in that, there was politics in that court case, and the more that comes out, I'm feeling Tory Lanez's dad being mad. Anybody that knows what happened. So the driver came out and gave his statement finally.
Affidavit.
And in that statement, he details, this is like our first real account. I don't really listen to Kelsey, Meg, and Tory because they was in the fray of it. The driver got low. So this is our first account from somebody who was there that just got low, never gave a story. And he says, we got in the car, the 2, that's when it came out that he was fucking both of us, or both of them rather. They said, pull the car over. One went to a bus stop. Tory went over there, consoled her. They got back in the car, drove a little more, then they stopped again. And then then according to the driver, Kelsey and Meg get out. Started arguing.
And fighting.
Kelsey pulls a hammer. Tory goes, grabs Kelsey, and the driver says he did not see who pulled the trigger because his back was turned, but the gun went off. So that's what we have there. For some, that changes absolutely nothing. For some, it changes everything. I never believed that. I believed the whole time that Tory really liked Meg. He did.
It definitely changes her accounts of what happened when she went, who was that with, Gail, and said that he said dance or whatever. But in terms of the trial and shit, I don't think it changed anything because, again, he was arrested for holding a gun or wielding a firearm in some type of way, correct? Now, I mean, maybe Shorty should have been prosecuted in the same manner, but I guess because she cooperated.
Well, that's where the politics come in because she got the immunity deal.
Yeah.
Stuff. Then the jury might be like, well, I don't know who to believe.
Right.
And if I'm on trial for something and the jury's like, I don't know who to believe, that's why I want to do
Yeah, that's the whole point of the trial is reasonable doubt.
Right.
Only one juror has to basically just feel like.
But they had the witness that lived in the house that said he saw the little one.
But the witness was also accused.
And that's what I believe.
The witness was also accused of speaking to the DA.
Yeah.
Again, where the politics
coming out the building. Yeah, the witness was also
coming off the elevator with
accused of that. My thing is that Meg has, shout out to her. She has went out her way to tell this story and to paint Tory in the light, and rightfully so. But if this is true, then her whole credibility is shot.
See,
to
I
me.
don't say rightfully so because he shot me and I got shot are not the same.
True.
Rightfully so, meaning whatever her reason is, I don't know. I'm not in her mind. I could just speak for me that I look at her differently. I was already reluctant initially, but now I look at, okay, now you just lied on the nigga.
Well, why couldn't the driver be lying if I'm employed by him? This is my guy.
True.
So I'm gonna write up whatever I need to write up to
But
make
then
him look
if you look at the steps that it took, remember Kelsey asked for immunity. That should have said something. Everybody breezed past it to look at Tory, but that should have said and it said something to some of us like, nigga, why she asked for that?
Not only did she ask for immunity, then got on the stand and said, I don't remember anything.
So this just make it look a little bit different.
I kind of believe, I've said it for a while, that I don't know if anybody really knows who pulled the trigger that led to them getting shot. It sounds like it was a big fracas.
Yes.
But wait, Meg, no, I mean,
I
Why?
He's right. He said that before.
I did say it. I stand by it.
I believe Meg. I believe Meg from the beginning. The phone call from jail from Tory was the thing to me that put it over the top. He sounded like somebody who did something.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded guilty, and the physical evidence seems to be consistent with him doing it.
I
hate that.
Because that phone call could have literally
He apologized for something.
They just found out
that
he
don't
was fucking
say
both of them.
I'm apologizing for shooting you.
Yeah.
He is accountable for the events that led up to that. If you fucked her and you fucked a friend and now they fighting and it's a big fight and somebody ends up getting injured, if you're a man, see, that's where I disagree. Man rules and how a society views an apology is just very different. Society views an apology as an admission of guilt. Man rules is, as a man, you say sorry when you're wrong.
I'm even sorry that this whole thing happened.
Yes.
I'm sorry I
From
put you in
jail,
that.
though? That's some shit you say at the crib.
No, you can say that from jail. When you have time to think, yo, I'm sorry I didn't put you in that position.
Yeah, but when you're in jail, you know that every single phone call is being recorded.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all believe that Tory
You might not
Lanez shot
disagree.
her in the foot?
Yes. Absolutely.
You believe that he said dance bitch?
That I can't say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but all of that's
it's
in
hard
her
for me to
story.
believe that she would make that up. So if I had to put my money on it, I would say yes.
It's hard for you to believe that she would make up saying dance bitch?
If I begin from the premise that he shot her, then I have no reason. I'm trusting her account. And so then, yeah, I would be. It's more likely that he said that than he didn't say that.
I think that's scary.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Very.
So you said you have a hard time believing that she would lie about that?
About that particular detail, yeah.
So when she went on there and Gail and lied that she even fucked him,
I could totally see that.
So it's clear that you will lie about some shit involving this dude.
I don't think that she's above not telling the truth. I don't think anybody's above not telling the truth. But there are certain lies that people tell. Women often get shamed for their sex partners. They often get discredited for their sex partners. They get judged for their sex partners. How many, how often, who. You know what I mean? I can see that. And again, if it's just a he said, she said, I'm not saying lock him up. For me, it's the she said it, she's the witness, which is different.
But I'm sorry, but you just gave her an out. What I'm saying is that if you lied about having sex with somebody, you can lie about anything. You lied in front of Gail. You can't say, oh, I understand why she would lie about that. You went up there to garner sympathy and to, for whatever reason, it looked like. But if you lied about fucking him, you capable of lying about anything.
Sure. And that's
Because the
what I'm saying.
fucking him is what led to the fight.
Exactly.
No, but hear me, what I'm saying is, if it was just her account, then I would say, yeah, he shouldn't be guilty because it's he said, she said. But I'm saying if you add that, she's saying he shot me, which got to count for something, right? Okay. Because if you walk into me right now and shoot me, the cops say, I said, he said, she said, Mark said, Queen shot. Nah, I got shot.
That's not as simple as that, though.
No, but there's another witness. That it's not. But you got another witness that says the little guy shot her. You got
What
physical
witness said that?
The dude from the window.
The neighbor.
The neighbor that was in the window.
Yeah.
He didn't say he shot
He
him.
didn't
He just
say
said, I saw a gun go off, and he said he saw the little guy with the gun.
Right. So he's in possession of the gun.
That's after he spoke to
them,
the prosecuting office.
And just say if that was the case, remember the driver said he was trying to take the gun from her. So if he was successful, he would be the guy with the gun.
Yo, I don't even want to get into the he say, she say part of this. All of them involved have reason to lie.
True.
Everybody there has reason to lie. So I'm not really going with who do I trust more. I'm just going with nigga thoughts. For real. What is more likely? Tory leaves the studio, goes to Kylie Jenner's house, is having a blast, think he about to get the foursome popping off. Meg gets jailed. We know how they got in the car. What's more likely? That Tory was just so angered in that car that he took Kelsey's gun and shot her? Because there's a few people that, listen, some people know whose gun it was. Listen, that part, I can't share how. We know whose gun it was. So he took her gun and shot her. Why? Why was he so mad? Because that's the scary part. That's back to that whole man versus bear in the wood shit.
Wouldn't it be wild if Tory Lanez's former lawyer, Sean Hawley, allegedly set him up and worked for Roc Nation? Wouldn't it be wild if she had a show that she produced based on her life named after Jay-Z's first album, Reasonable Doubt? Wouldn't it be wild if her daughter, who was a singer, sang background for Beyonce? It would be even wilder that this is just a month after the alleged shooting in the foot. I mean, it wouldn't be any more wild if that he does an interview explaining that the 4 pieces of DNA on that weapon, none of those were his, then he gets stabbed in jail and is in critical condition. I mean, that would be crazy if that was true, right? The truth always comes to the light. I told you guys he didn't do it.
She had the gun. She fired it 3 times. Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun.
Let me break down this whole Tory Lanez scenario and what we just found out. So there was a girl named Kelsey in the car with Tory and Meg that night of the shooting. Along with them, Kelsey's bodyguard and driver was in the car as well. Now, this bodyguard just said that it was Kelsey firing the weapon, not Tory. He states that Kelsey fired the weapon 3 times at Meg, then Tory tries to stop her, knocking the gun out of her hand, and fired 2 more times. Now, he's just coming out and saying this because his conscience is guilty because Tory almost died. He just got stabbed 14 times in jail. Now, isn't it funny? As soon as Tory Lanez does a song with DDG saying, I think I'm coming home sooner than I think, DDG also gets hit with a suit from somebody from Roc Nation as well. But wait, hold up. You mean to tell me, as soon as he drops those bars, somebody in jail tries to take his life, making sure he doesn't come out? Now, which seems like a conspiracy is not so much a conspiracy anymore. And I always say the difference between the truth and a conspiracy is 6 to 12 months. And wasn't it odd that Meg's bodyguard just magically disappeared during the trial? Nobody said nothing, and then he comes back after the trial? Seems like a conspiracy to me. So all in all, free Tory. This is an open and shut case. Free Tory right now, and some other people should be going to jail. Rhymes with keg.
The worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Ta. And
Queen to my Slimmy, queen to my Slimmy. If it means I won't be here from dying for your love, will you forgive me? I feel at home in the kitty. Lay my head all on your stomach while you wear that Fenty. Hey, my thuggy, love me. Give me cuddles, hold me snuggy. Don't you love me? I just picked you up from Munchies, looking lovely. Girl, I need you like a hustler, gon' need his druggie. I get jaded, feeling lonely. Come and hold me. I need someone that really know me. And girl, you know me. Lay it down and let me stroke it slowly. But she told me sit it back inside that car while I was driving, and you did it low key. Hey, Slimmy, queen to my Slimmy. If it means I won't be here from dying for your love, will you forgive me? I feel at home in the kitty. Lay my head all on your stomach while you wear that Fenty. Hey, my thuggy, love me. Give me cuddles, hold me snuggy. Don't you love me? I just picked you up from Munchies, looking lovely. Girl, I need you like a hustler, gon' need his druggie. Hey, I fumble, try to rumble, taking shots that make us stumble. 1942, all on the deck soon as you come through. 1, 2, 1, 2. If it's ever going down, you know who you can run to. Yeah, my thugger, cocoa butter. That's my crime, that's my mob, that's my knuckle bucker. We get faded walking through the house, a stutter. Fall inside your sheets and fall inside your undercover. Slimmy, queen to my Slimmy. If it means I won't be here from dying for your love, will you forgive me? I feel at home in the kitty. Lay my head all on your stomach while you wear that Fenty. Hey, my thuggy, love me. Give me cuddles, hold me snuggy. Don't you love me? I just picked you up from Munchies, looking lovely. Girl, I need you like a hustler, gon' need his druggie.
Look, we ain't talked in a long minute. Shit we used to do was authentic. Why we had to put our hearts in it. Love came, put some scars in it. Feelings changed, put some darts in it. Hardest change and left me sharp-winded. Left the bike and left the bar spinning. Everybody play their parts in it. Justin drop you straight into the crib. He be low-key hating on the kid. You and Munchie drunk inside of Ellie. Been anticipating front of telly. Walked in the penthouse ready. Walked in the penthouse wavy. Finna put his dick off in the belly. Ride me like a motherfucking lady. House called a Jordan Woods house. Knocked out and woke up on the couch. Woke back and drove to your crib. This time I know just what it is. Next time to pool with you and Kylie. Hopped in it, cool a nigga wildin'. She was looking like a fucking angel. Looking like a baby in a manger. Hop step went to the car.
Motherfucker, but bitch, you got me fucked up.
Me and Kylie still off in the pool. We just chillin', kickin', shit was cool. Both of us ain't know that you was trippin'. Even though I got a crush on Kylie, I would've left with you if I know you was dippin'. For the simple reason you invited me, but I can't act like shorty didn't excite me. I had took a wrong turn that night. But not a turn that everybody think. I wasn't the wrong one that night. You was just too drunk to even see it. Wasn't anticipating. I've never put you in no situation. I've never even had an argument with you. A conversation's all I'm bargaining with you. Cause you was my nigga for real. And if you can agree, then you owe me that. Our mothers would tell us to do the right thing in this friendship, my nigga, you told me that. So even when niggas is coming at me on their Twitter and Insta, I'm over that. Cause what's a couple months of memes of me if it means I'm gonna get my homie back? Fuck it, let's talk about it. Do you think anybody else inside of the business that know they ain't did it would sit here and listen to critics while niggas is tripping and bashing me out here attacking me? Actually, only reason why I let them do it's cause I figured that you would've called a nigga. But look, it's been over 2 months and all you did was stall my nigga. The drama is bigger than ever. I thought that we were both bigger than that. Yeah, and the shit that I did, it was whack. But you don't get your nigga back like that. Just listen to Jigga on that one track. Song crying while I play in the back. I never cared to be that nigga in your fame, shorty. I was playing the back. We never had a thing when we met each other. It was never a thing like that. Spending this time's what made us attached. Spending my time's what made you react. I'm only human, I gotta be real and tell you that the pain that came with that. Even the feeling is strange at that. How you gon' up and just change the facts?
Imagine niggas lying by shooting a real bitch just to save face for rapper niggas you chill with. Imagine me giving a fuck it was your fucking birthday. You and your feelings, I just thought it was another Thursday. Now imagine me cop blocking niggas on some dry shit. I don't want you on a bitch, believe you wouldn't have been invited. And if it wasn't for me, same week you'd have been indicted. You walk the M's not to talk, I guess that made my friend excited. Now y'all in cahoots, you a pussy boots. You shot a 5'10" bitch with a 22. Talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A pussy nigga with a pussy gun in his feelings. Okay, he in the backseat and he keep calling me a bitch. We all know the shit I could've came back with. He talking about his followers, dollars, and goofy shit. I told him you're not popping, you just on the remix. Now here we are, 2020, 8 months later, and we still ain't got no fucking justice for Breonna Taylor. Any nigga on that nigga side is a clout chaser, a bitch who he fucking or a hoe that he paying. Imagine me. Imagine me entertaining you fucking goofy ass niggas and you fucking goofy ass bitches. Who you taking shots at, goofy ass nigga? Keep your broke ass out of rich bitch business. And that go for you bitches too, that's trying to get picked. Talking shit, I slide on you thinking that you slick. Oh shit, it's a lot of weak niggas in this bitch. They confused, they hate me, but watch my videos beat they dick. Who a snitch? I ain't never went to the police with no names. I thought a bitch that got her chance, that's called a loss, had something to say. Hey, I be speaking facts, they can't handle that. They want me to be the bag, I let me put my mask on. I was chose, I ain't asked to be this motherfucking cold. Still the brightest star, and not just the ones that's up in this rose. Keep it pimpin' always, actions do the talking. I know you want the cops, so I ain't saying y'all name. Oh, you out here ballin', huh? Who you get that money from? 10 toes down for whoever get the petty, huh? I be so content cause I know I'm a real bitch. And anything I say, I'm never scared to repeat it. You think I was a killer, how these niggas scared as shit? I pull up one deep, but niggas bring they whole clique. Ay, who you taking shots at, goofy ass bitch? Watching me succeed from your knees sucking dick. I know you want attention from the niggas that I get. I'm a mistake, you a side place, shrimp stay in your place. Real bitch, yeah, I ain't selling fairy tales. FaceTime my nigga while my other nigga laying there. Bitch think she sabotaging something, tryna run and tell. Bitch, I got a bun with my niggas and they all aware, yeah. Who you taking shots at? Shut up with your scary ass. No profile pic, bitch, your mama shouldn't have had. Kick me while I'm down bad, I remember all that. Next nigga send a shot, I'ma send it right back. Yeah, who I'm taking shots at? Bitch, I'm busting you, I'm talking to that same bitch that crashed that boat on 42. It's a shame we're here today, truth be told, it's cause of you. Couldn't control your little feelings, look what dick is costing you. It was all good, yeah, about a week ago. Shout out Bobby's murder, but this bitch is really tough. If I was the one with the gun, you would've heard about a murder. Said her back was turned, but that girl know
money. Put a muzzle on your friends, y'all acting like some crash dummies. Got my chain snatched? Damn, here you go lying. Yeah, A-list celeb, you doing too much trying. Where I get this money from? Bitch, you knew I was a hustler. The way she did 1501, shoulda knew I couldn't trust it. Protect black women, huh? But you sending threats to me. Damn, I thought that you was solid, now the joke's on me. Damn, I ain't wanna have to do this, but you steady shooting shots. Dad said if I spoke, that a sex tape could drop. Was never supposed to be against each other, this what y'all made it. I'ma still live it up, yeah, I know y'all really hate it. Sucking dick behind my back, who really on their knees? You an overachiever, all you do is succeed. Claiming you a pimp, huh? But you slipping on your Mac, and are you lying to your label? Do they really know what happened? Who shot you? Cause you know it wasn't me. I was 10 toes down whenever you had beef. It's a goddamn shame. All you had to do is clear your best friend name. All you had to do is keep it real and stay the same. But you switched up on me for the money and the fame. Who shot you? I thought a bitch from Barry County said something. You an H-Town hottie though, huh? Fuck out of you. And everybody faces you be talking down on. Stop playing with me, bitch. And it ain't one or two of them.
After watching people drag your name and talk about you in unfavorable ways in order to get attention or clicks, I never thought you would do something like that to me. I'd like to apologize for no longer keeping up with your lies or supporting your habits to tell half-truths. I hope this message reaches you well. I hope you get the help you need. Look, you talk shit about Kellen, shit about Jayla and Darren. You talk shit about everybody except for the person in the mirror that's staring. You talk shit like you Keisha, then cry like a Karen. Fuck awards that you won, money you got, clothes that you wearing. A whole lot happened in this last 2 years, but this is the part that you sharing. I just wish you tell the whole truth. When you was going through shit, how I hold you. It's gonna be okay is what I told you. I was the realest nigga you was close to, and that's real. The people that know you don't love you. The people that love you don't know you. I loved you out loud, I was vocal. Said you never seen it up close. I said, come here, baby, let me show you. Sit down for a second, girl, you need to hear this. Be for real, you ain't even realistic. Got light pole, then you started posting gym pics. The things that you're doing is sadistic. Spend 4 hours doing glam, not a blemish. But your foundation is off, you need to fix it. Clean up your spirit, and not just your image. I thought that's what you was doing with your downtime. When a snake shed its skin, it only changed on the outside. You got emotional hurdles. Man, the work that you need is internal. When love goes bad, can't believe it. Archive pics so you can't delete it. Damn, see me with Jada Kingdom, and then you went Jada Pinkett. Saw you pop out, wish you the best. You see me pop out, start gripping your chest. Damn, thought you was on an island, healing. I guess the new album need a villain. Brand new way for you to be a victim. And you did all of this on my daughter's birthday. Ooh, girl, you consistent. Shit, I gotta love you from a distance. Same nigga that you did all the tags for the beats. You let that nigga tag, let him beat. You let me give him that when we meet. Even that, I kept discreet. I asked you to your face, did you fuck them niggas? And you swore on your mother. I knew from then I couldn't trust her. More lies from the lips of a lover. Same lips that I got tatted on my shoulder. Even then I kept my composure. I was supposed to. This the girl that I'm trying to propose to. I asked Greg, you and I had picked out a ring. Then you lied in my face. Went on TV and then lied to Gayle King. I found out with the rest of the world. Girl, I treated you like a queen. Whole time I'm a clown in your circus. I tried to pull you up out the mud. Here you are trying to drown me on purpose. You know the devil was a serpent. For some streams and views, girl, I hope it was worth it. Same for Megan Thee Stallion. This is for Megan the person. Have me beefing with niggas, you know you was fucking. Beautiful girl, but your soul is disgusting. You got everything, but you still ain't happy. That should be showing you some. High detectives, girl, you the feds. Not in your house, not in your bed. You lying to people, you sick in the head. Keep it a buck, you could be honest. Talking about me and some dame, like I was just out here doing my thing. Way that you painting this picture's a shame. How many times did I catch you texting them niggas? You did you first, I just did me bigger. You flew out the country, ain't called for days. In my mind, we had parted ways. You was back to moving awful strange. In the effort to fix it, I took all the blame, like I always do. Apologize for shit that I know I ain't do. How you want grace and lack empathy? Even to this day, I'm not your enemy. I'm returning the vibes that you sending me. I wanted me and you to work more than anything. I still want your well-being more than anything. You can still hit my mama for anything. The breakup was clean, you made it a mess. I never planned on saying anything. I seen you take shot after shot, but never seen you swallow a drop of accountability. You fall out with everyone in your vicinity. Is that depression or is it hostility? Had me beefing with niggas, you know you was fucking. Beautiful girl, but your soul is disgusting. You got everything, but you still ain't happy. That should be showing you some. High detectives, girl, you the feds. Not in your house, not in your bed. You lying to people, you sick in the head.
Told Tory Lanez and his lawyer situation. It's a real mess. So Tory, he's claiming that his former lawyer, Sean Holly, was kind of working against him during that whole shooting trial with Megan Thee Stallion. He's saying she had ties to Roc Nation, Megan's label, and that wasn't cool. He's saying Holly didn't tell him about this whole business connection before taking his case. And get this, he says she was also working on a show for Hulu called Reasonable Doubt, which is like loosely based on her life. And guess what? The show had songs from Megan and Beyonce in it. And Holly's own daughter is working with Beyonce too. Plus, Tory thinks that Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez helped Megan give statements to the police. And then right before the verdict, boom, Holly quits the case after getting a big chunk of change from Tory, like over $200,000. But Holly's fighting back. She's saying that Tory already tried to get her in trouble with the state bar over a year ago, and they tossed it out. She's saying
Institute.org. I am also a member of the press for almost a decade now. I've been looking into Daystar Peterson's case for almost 6 months now, professionally known as Tory Lanez. And after reviewing the evidence, the reporting, and the legal analysis, I've come to the conclusion that Tory Lanez was railroaded by the former district attorney, George Gascon. He was also wrongly convicted. I believe if Jesus Christ was Tory Lanez's attorney, George Gascon would do whatever in his power to ensure that Tory Lanez lost that case. Tory Lanez's defense team have alleged the withholding of exculpatory evidence, prosecutorial misconduct, among other issues that I was compelled to write an opinion piece for the New York Post. It is true that last week, the New York Post editors reached out to 3 parties, one being George Gascon, Megan Pete's team, and Kelsey Harris. It is also true that Megan's team was the only ones that responded back for that request for comment. I had some glaring questions, and that was the reason for this op-ed. Things didn't make any sense to me, many issues in this case, and I was shocked by the lack of interest from the media to ask very simple questions. There were multiple people with gunshot residue on their hands that night. Why didn't all individuals have the residue tested, their DNA tested on the weapon? That's a legitimate question. According to the prosecution, Tory was excluded from the clip of the gun, and according to Tory's defense team, they said DNA analysis showed that there was a 0.01% chance that Tory touched the actual gun itself. Another piece that stood out to me, the call that the prosecution alleged Tory made confessing to a crime. I listened to that call. I'm sure many of you have as well. I didn't hear a confession. But what really shocked me about it is if my best friend was shot maliciously by someone just 2 to 3 hours before, I wouldn't have answered the call, or if I did, I wouldn't calmly have a conversation with the individual of it. And certainly I would ask, why did you shoot my friend? And more importantly, I would never have given you my current location out of fear of you finishing the job. That was something that stood out to me. I also, in my op-ed, discussed Kelsey Harris pleading the Fifth Amendment. She wasn't accused of anything by Megan Pete or the police, and to my knowledge, she wasn't under any investigation. So why plead the Fifth? What also shocked me is the prosecution gave her immunity. For what? What did she do? Is there an allegation of her doing something? I'm not aware of that. Maybe some of you can answer that question today. During the time of trial, George Gascon, just to take you back to where we were at that particular point, he had just barely won a recall attempt. He lost support in many key demographics of voters. Crime was up in Los Angeles County. And this case would have been a silver bullet for him potentially winning. His policies obviously were bad and people were harmed. So that didn't happen, and thank God it didn't happen. At the heart of this injustice is the misuse of gun enhancement charges, a sentencing tool intended for the most dangerous and violent offenders. In Tory Lanez's case, these enhancements were not supported by evidence. But George Gascon, interestingly enough, who is someone who regularly would drop enhancements or not recommend them, chose to provide enhancements to Tory. And in his case, in any given situation, according to legal analysts I've spoken with, he would do 1 to 3 years if he did it without the enhancement. That's interesting. Why did George Gascon choose to pursue these enhancements? You know, there's cases I've been looking through which George Gascon has pursued, many in which he utilized these enhancements. A couple come to mind that I would like to reference here. One, Raymond Danger Gonzalez, a Mexican mafia gang member involved in a premeditated murder of 2 young men in 2017. Despite the brutality of the crime, Gascon did recommend enhancements. You premeditated murder of a teenager and another individual. Brutal crime. Why would you recommend enhancements, but you would recommend them for Tory? That doesn't make a lot of sense. He also didn't pursue sentencing enhancements for the senseless murder of General Hospital actor Johnny Whitker in Los Angeles in 2024. There's a lot of issues with this case. Many, I think, that the media should be pursuing all angles of it. We should not allow there to be unanswered questions. We should pursue open questions without fear or favor to anyone. That includes Mr. Tory Lanez. In his letter from the Birmingham jail, Dr. Martin Luther King wrote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If we take those words seriously, we must act when injustice is allowed to fester in plain sight." I founded the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety after my innocent teenage brother was murdered in Chicago on June 24, 2022. I stand firmly for public safety, for victims' rights, and for holding criminals accountable. But justice also demands that we protect the innocent and stand against politically motivated prosecutions. This is what I believe to happen here. When we imprison the innocent, while violent offenders walk free, which is what George Gascon has often done, we undermine the very foundation of our legal system. Mr. Peterson was never given a fair trial, free from bias, political interference, and media-driven pressure. His continued incarceration erodes public trust and diverts focus from the real work of keeping our community safe. Further, while incarcerated, Mr. Peterson was recently stabbed in prison, as many of you know, a tragic incident that underscores the urgency of this situation and the risk to his life while this case remains unaddressed. Governor Newsom, I respectfully urge you to issue a pardon for Daystar Peterson, known as Tory Lanez, in a full and impartial review of his case. California must not be a state where justice is driven by headlines instead of evidence. And in the case of George Gascon, that was often the case. So I encourage everyone here to go to CaldwellInstitute.org, CALDWELL, Institute, INSTITUTE.org, and sign the petition. This petition asks for the governor to pardon Tory Lanez. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I know there's a lot of noise in the media going on with other stories, but I think that this is one of the most important stories happening right now today regarding our Justice Department. My name is Diana London. I'm the CEO of the Secret Weapon Agency, which is a crisis communication firm, and I'm also the CEO of a company called London Global Strategies. I am a member of the media as well. I'm a commentator on a few networks, and I also serve as an advisor for Giano's Institute and also another company called Promising People that is fighting to reduce the recidivism rate in this country and also to correct our criminal justice laws. As a woman who has worked in Congress on criminal justice reform, I deeply believe in law and order. I've worked alongside law enforcement. I've drafted policy to reduce violent crime. I've seen what accountability should look like. But I also know the legal system without integrity is no justice at all. When we get it wrong, when our courts fail the people they're meant to protect, we don't just ruin lives. We erode trust in the rule of law itself. That's why I'm speaking out today for Daystar Peterson, better known to the world as Tory Lanez. This isn't about fame. It isn't about celebrity. It's about fairness. Tory Lanez doesn't want special treatment. He's demanding equal treatment. And if we Americans still believe in a system where guilty must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, then we must admit this case raises serious concerns. Because the truth is, Tory Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence for a crime that evidence, which laid out here today, overwhelmingly suggests he did not commit. Let's go back to the night in question, just like Gianna was just talking about in the attorneys. As the attorneys laid out here today, the prosecution failed to produce a single shred of forensic evidence tying Tory to the actual gun. His fingerprints weren't on it. His DNA was later found to be 100% nearly excluded from the gun, as shown in the worksheet that was provided to the defense late on the eve of the actual trial, after making a request for that very document. After trial, looking at this evidence, there is a 0.01% chance Tory's DNA was on the firearm. That's a difficult statistic to equate with the story as told by the prosecution, which may be why this was not present in trial. In fact, there were 3 people that night at the scene who tested positive for gunshot residues. One of those was Kelsey Harris, as Gianno mentioned, the assistant to Megan Pete. According to multiple sworn testaments that you've heard today, including one from the bodyguard and driver with Harris on the 2 days of the trial, Harris admitted to firing the weapon during an emotional outburst. Tory intervened to de-escalate, not to harm. It is important to note, the police did not fingerprint anyone else who had gunshot residue on them that night, only Tory. Why? Even more troubling, the investigation itself was a disaster. Bullet fragments disappeared, the gun serial number was sealed, a move that blocked the defense from investigating ownership. Police failed to follow standard procedures. Why? Didn't mark shell casings on the road and didn't test others involved that night with DNA. This wasn't justice. It was a rush to judgment. Worse still, the prosecution knew the case was thin. So what did they do? They tapped on gun enhancements, just like they spoke about. The charges, these gun enhancements are meant for gang shootouts and armed robberies to inflate the charges and turn a flimsy accusation into a decade-long prison sentence. Enhancements are a powerful tool against violent offenders, but using them in a case with no forensic evidence, murky testimony, and the defendant with no criminal history, that's very important to point out. He had no criminal history. That's not justice. That's a political stunt. Let's be blunt. This prosecution had everything to do with headlines and very little to do with truth. It was about symbolism, not substance. And that should concern every single one of you here today and in this country. Because when the facts take a back seat to identity, when due process is sacrificed for public spectacle, we all lose. Just yesterday, a Los Angeles court ruled the Menendez brothers, who brutally murdered their parents, are now eligible for parole after serving 35 years. They admitted to the crime. Tory Lanez, who killed no one and has still remained his innocent today, whose case is riddled with inconsistencies and prosecutorial failures, is expected to serve a decade. How is that justice? I've worked in federal criminal justice policy. I helped pass the First Step Act during President Trump's first term. I've spent years focusing on ending recidivism, building rehabilitation pipelines, and protecting the innocent from institutional overreach. I didn't fight for reform just to see the system weaponized against someone because he's famous or inconvenient. And let's be clear. If a high-profile black man with no prior violent convictions can be railroaded this easily, what hope is it for the everyday American who lacks his resources? Some people may want to dismiss this today as noise. But as a conservative, we are a movement that claims to care about over-criminalization, prosecutorial abuse, and restoring faith in American institutions. Well, here it is, laid bare in front of you. The prosecution manipulated the narrative. They buried key facts. They got the conviction they wanted, but not the truth we all deserve. As Gianno mentioned, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. warned us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And this case proves it. If we let this stand, if we accept a conviction based on emotion rather than evidence, we abandon the very foundation of our system, that all men are innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The timing of these events raised disturbing questions to me, and I think they all should to you as well. After over 2 years in prison without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Tory was nearly killed. So let's stop pretending this is complicated. Let's stop treating this like some cultural war flashpoint. This is about a man, a father, a son, Daystar Peterson, who has sat in a prison cell for over a year based on a case that wouldn't pass the smell test in any honest courtroom. The prison system can no longer guarantee his safety, and that alone should be grounds for immediate action. But combine that with the overwhelming evidence of a botched investigation, and this becomes not just a legal issue, but a morale emergency. Tory Lanez deserves a new trial. He deserves due process. He deserves a pardon. And if justice still matters in America, he deserves to go home. So what now? What do we do now? We're all here today. We are calling on Governor Gavin Newsom, the California Attorney General, and the public at large to act. If you believe in due process, sign the petition now on the Caldwell Institute page that Gianna Caldwell mentioned at change.org. Let your voice be counted. Let the system know that we see what's happening and we won't stay silent. We can't be a nation that claims to value justice but looks the other way.